we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to week one of the high school football season in Southwest Florida. I'm Jaron May.
And I'm Bailey Smith. We're back for a second week, but it's technically week one.
Week two for us, week one for the regular season. This is Football Tonight. This is our pregame show. If you are new to the program, what we're going to do is we're going to run through a couple of the games that we will be going through tonight. Give our predictions and give you everything that you need to know, especially weather-wise. And then we'll have a pregame live hit at our game of the week, which this week it is North Fort Myers at Cape Coral. That's going to be on TV on NBC2 at 5 p.m. And then at 11 p.m., we'll have a post-game show on NBC2 live on television. And then back here on the Facebook Live page for Football Tonight at about 11:35, 11:40, which we give a little more analysis, some more in-depth coverage, and everything like that.
So pretty much we have all the things that you need.
Yeah.
Everything you need.
We got the most in-depth coverage in Southwest Florida right here at NBC2.
It's true.
Let's hop into things, and let's go to our game of the week, North Fort Myers at Cape Coral. I will be there previewing the game, talking to the new head coach of Cape Coral, Tyler Murphy. But let's start with the visitors. You got North Fort Myers.
All right. Well, we saw the Red Knights excel on both sides of the ball last week with a 42-3 game over Cypress Lake. So the offense, 42 points. Defense only allowing 3. Yeah. Pretty good on both sides. But like we said, of those 42 points, they were scored by 5 different guys. So really able to show the potential depth that they have this upcoming season. But in the past 9 years, North has owned Cape in this one. For, like I said, the past 9 seasons, outscored them by about what they outscored Cypress Lake last week. So can they continue on that roll? Let's see. What do you have for Cape Coral?
Yeah, Cape hasn't won since 2014, so it's been a decade. They're trying to break that streak tonight. Big things to know for Cape Coral. Brand new head coach, Tyler Murphy. He played at the University of Florida, was a quarterback there, played in the NFL. Now he comes down to Southwest Florida and is starting his head coaching career. So how will he do under the bright lights on a Friday night? Only time will tell for that one. The big name to know on both sides of the ball, quarterback one, Ivan Harvin. He lit it up in their first game in their week 0. And then defensively, Darian Jones. He is a top 5 recruit in all of Southwest Florida for this senior class, and he's already committed to Kansas. So those are the big names to know. Cape Coral, North Fort Myers, 2 even teams, less than 8 miles separate each other. This is a bona fide game of the week matchup, and I'm very excited that I will be at that one. Let's predict it. Where are you going, North or Cape?
I'm going to go Cape on this one.
Okay, you're going to go Cape. I will, just so that we have some difference, I will go North because I love having some kind of
difference.
Yeah, some type of.
And we'll probably agree on some other ones.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to our next game. You are going to up in Charlotte County.
I'll be way up
Gulf
there.
Coast at Charlotte.
Yes. So the visitors. Do you want to go with the visitors
Sure.
first, or do you want me to go with the home?
Gulf Coast. Okay. They are in a brand new era. They lost their head coach from, I think he was there for 3, 4, 5 years, and now they have a brand new coach. They lost in week 0 the scrimmages last week against Naples. Now Naples is a top 5 team in all of Southwest Florida, so you have to give them a little bit of leeway there. But Gulf Coast kind of got run over, especially on the ground. Their defense is going to have to shore up against a Charlotte offense that looked brand new last week.
Well, Charlotte, last week, it was not a blowout against Lemon Bay. It was just a 20-6 win, but they still got that W.
It's pretty solid.
Exactly. I'm just saying, every other game that we saw, it was like 40-3, 45-0, 62-3 or something lately. I don't even know. So it was a closer game, but Charlotte got the win. The Tarpons newcomer, Seven Bullock, which is just a really fun name.
That's sick.
I really
and he wears
like
number
it.
7, of course.
That would make sense. Yeah. I don't know why he would, but he came in from ECS as a transfer and hit the ground running with a score. He scored a touchdown that was one of those like toe drags, like in the corner of the end zone. I wish I would have been there to see it, but heard it was pretty cool. But I'm eager to see if the Tarpons will be able to keep that momentum going into this week, because I have seen, in the past couple of years that their week 1 has not really been their strong suit.
Okay. All right. So with that, where are you going to go? Charlotte or Gulf Coast?
Oh, man. You choose first, because I chose first last
I'm going to go with Charlotte. I think that this team is completely different, especially with Seven Bullock. I think he brings their offense up to a new level where they really weren't last year. They have year number 2 under a new coach, everything like that. I mean, I think that Charlotte is going to be one of those sleeper teams that makes a big wave this season. I'm
going to go Charlotte as well.
Okay. All right. We match up there.
We match up.
Okay. Next game, Fort Myers at Mariner. I will be at that one as well. Mariner had one of its best seasons in school history last year, 8-3, but they were led by a lot of seniors. So this year, they don't return a ton. The big question is, how do you fill all of those holes, especially at the playmaking positions? Like, they still have some guys on the offensive and defensive lines, but the outside, the quarterback, the running back, the wide receivers, especially on the outside on the defense, you have to fill all of those gaps, and that is a lot of question marks to be answered. The one good thing is they beat up on Gateway in week 1, 27-19. They had 4 rushing touchdowns. That was like their bread and butter. So if you are Fort Myers, you have to shut down the run. If you are Mariner, you got to lean on your strength and keep the ball on the ground.
Well, Fort Myers, they're coming off not 1, but 2 matchups last week. They had that jamboree. It was the only jamboree of the week in Southwest Florida against Barron Collier and Estero. It was at Estero, and the Greenies shut out the Wildcats 21-0, and they outscored the 2 of them 47-7. So they really came out ready to play. And we talked a lot about who will step up since QB Chris McFoley left, and they lost a lot of their key playmakers. But Madrid Tucker came in, and he was like, "No, I got this." He came in as a QB for a few plays, threw a touchdown pass. He scored 2 more touchdowns over the 2 games. Fred Jackson was a pleasant surprise. He stepped up, and he scored 2 40-plus yard touchdowns in the 2 games, and there were some other ones too.
Yep.
And then Jayden German, literally every play, I feel like he was just like all over the place. So he was just zipping his way up and down the field. So I think
only a sophomore too.
I know. I think
that guy's going to be really good.
They're going to be really fun to watch run all over the field. And then you've got Kendall Gervil and
big guy.
Yes.
Kendall Gervil is a big fella.
And then the other guy, Tommy. Yep.
Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy. I'm going to get you. But anyways, got a couple big guys on the line that I think that are going to make it a fun game.
There you go. Okay, so Fort Myers at Mariner. 2 teams that went 8-3, both made the playoffs last year. How do they continue that success this season? The big question, where are you going to go? I'm leaning Fort Myers.
I'm leaning Fort Myers.
Okay, we match up there as well. Our last game that we will preview here on Countdown to Kickoff, I should say, is Island Coast at Port Charlotte. Port Charlotte, I mean, one of the best teams in Southwest Florida consistently.
Yeah, I talked to Jordan Ingman last week ahead of their preseason matchup, and he said that they do have high expectations for the year. Yeah, but they really don't like to go feed into it too much. They say that they have a lot of buzz from the media and everything, and that if they think about it,
guilty as charged, right?
I was like, "Do you want me to not say anything about you?" And he was like, "Say some mean things." No, just kidding. But he said that getting all of that attention can really be a distraction for the guys. So he tries to get them to just not even pay attention to it, just go in, put the work in. Like we said last week, where even though it was a preseason game, his quote was like, "If the lights are on, we're on." So that's just like their mindset going into all of these games. Just going in, he has the confidence that they're going to bring to the table and deliver this year. Last week they shut down Riverview in Sarasota 37-12, and Ike Perry, who I also talked to last week, he said that he's super excited for this year and that there's going to be so much better. And he put up 175 yards and 2 scores. So you got him, you got Myron Charles, the FSU commit on the line. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, that is a very stacked team as well. They are going up against an Island Coast team that has been building for the past couple of years. They beat Bonita Springs 25-3 in their Week 0 kickoff classic, scrimmage, exhibition, whatever you want to call it. So that is a great way to start for Island Coast. And the big name you need to know is Jervaris Lafar. 200 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns running. He also had another nearly 100 yards receiving and another receiving touchdown. So 3 total touchdowns for Lafar. He is going to be the playmaker for Island Coast if they are to have success this season, and I think they will. The only thing I will say is that they just have a bad draw. They are running into a buzzsaw with Port Charlotte. I think I'm going to go with the Pirates. They are just too stacked on both sides.
I'm going Port Charlotte with this one as well.
All right, we match up with that one. We disagree with one, which is our game of the week.
Yeah.
And that is the fun one. That is North Fort Myers at Cape Coral.
I'm excited for that one. I can't wait to see your highlights that you got. Hopefully we can stay dry tonight.
So
what did you find out?
I just talked to our meteorologist, Allison. She told us that it might be a rainy start, but it'll clear out throughout the night. Charlotte County, Cape Coral, a little north of Lee County, or the northern parts of Lee County will expect some rain at the very start of the games. Collier should be dry throughout the night, but again, we are not meteorologists, so do not hold us accountable. It is an optimistic outlook. You just are going to have to get through maybe the first quarter or two until it fully gets out of here.
Well, hopefully we just knock on wood everywhere.
Yeah, that's high school football in Southwest Florida, right? Okay, so that is week 1. That is our preview. Make sure that you tune into NBC2 at 5:40 for a preview of our game of the week between North Fort Myers and Cape Coral. We will have a live interview with with Cape Coral's new head coach, Tyler Murphy. And then, of course, come back here at 11 o'clock for a post-game show. And then, again, back here on the NBC2 Facebook page for Football Tonight.
All right.
All right, for Bailey Smith, I'm Jaron May. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you after the games.